Welcome back, everyone. We're going to be looking at the next Yoga Sutra, Sutra 2.8. We're going to learn a bit more about the causes of suffering and what we can do when we're facing suffering. In this sutra, we learn about the cause of suffering called Dvesha, which means hatred or resistance or reaction. It's basically the not wanting mind, and its companion is the wanting mind. So there's wanting and not wanting, right? In that wanting mind, we discussed how it leads to craving, clinging, attachment, wanting to the point of preoccupation and often even heartbreak. It's very similar actually with the not wanting mind. We can be very preoccupied. We don't want this emotion or this sensation or this pain in the body or the pain we're having in life. We don't want it, we're resisting it, and we may actually be, in resisting it, we may be causing it to persist. Sometimes we say that which we resist persists. So at times that resistance becomes very tight in the body. You have a sense of contraction, and when that's occurring, we're also leaving the stream of life. Now we're narrowing our preoccupation down to this thing that's causing pain. So we're losing the wider stream of life as it's going by. In yoga, we're actually trying to reconnect with that larger presence, that which is not coming and going, but that which is gently and always abiding with us, that which we are. We are that abiding nature, right? So you're going to hear the words in this sutra, dukkha, which means suffering, anushayi, which means that thing that we're attracted to, that the thing that we keep recognizing and feeling in our midst and we can't not see it. And then dvesha means hatred or aversion. So dukkha is the suffering that happens when we are dwelling upon or resisting pain. So the suffering that is going on there is actually coming from our aversion, from our resistance. Pain is going to happen in life, right? We've all had that experience. It's the resistance to it that's causing the dilemma. Okay, let's take a comfortable seat. We hear these timeless teachings. We want to give respect to Sri Patanjali. So please raise your hands together at your heart. So Patanjali wrote the text on the mind that we're discussing today, and also the text on the physical well-being of the body, and a text on grammar, which relates to our speech and therefore our communication and our relationships. So with appreciation for his legacy and that these teachings are available to us, we can chant this invocation. Yogena cittasya padena vacha malam sharirasya cha vaijakena yopakarotam pravaramunina patanjalim pranjaliranatosmi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. You may bow your head to your heart and release your hands. Please open your eyes. So the nature of aversion, causing suffering, is that we are holding on to our resistance to ephemeral things. So as we chant this sutra, let's remember that which we are is much larger than, cannot be summarized by the arising and passing nature of pain. Even though we do experience pain, and it is valid that we're in pain sometimes. Being able to have a spacious and loving perspective towards that part of us that's in pain is very helpful in supporting us not to be eclipsed by the pain and not to mistake ourselves to be the symptoms that we're having. We ought not mistake ourselves for that. We learned that in the suffering called asmita, the felt sense of ego or separateness, where we misperceive that which we are as the finite, limited painful object going through this life, right? So may we remember this as we're chanting together today. So the words are dukkha, anushayi, and dvesha, dveshaha. Dukkha, 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 dukkha. Anushayi, 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 anushayi. Dveshaha, 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 dveshaha. Now the whole sutra, it's a short one. Dukkha-nushayi dveshaha, 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 dukkha-nushayi dveshaha. As you reflect in yourself, imagine your capacity to not mistake yourself to be the painful things coming and going, and not to mistake yourself as just being an internal scaffold of resistance to those things. You might imagine your deepest presence as a large ocean, the difficulties as the boats coming and going at different turbulent times. But the ocean does not mistake itself to be the boats, nor the turbulence. Please raise your hands to your heart. And as we acknowledge that we are more than the pain that we're in, or that we are not summarized by our aversion or resistance, let us also take to heart to do the inner work to understand our resistance, to understand our contraction and or the pain that we're in. May we also take to heart for the pain that we've caused. Let's make amends. Let's see to it that it's a full circle of making amends where needed. Thank you, everyone. Om. 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 Thank you once again. Namaste. If this has been helpful to you, please don't forget, in the mundane world, subscribe to the channel and click the like button. And I'll see you next time.